Coming to the close of our program. This has been a wonderful, wonderful 3 days. I've got lots of wrinkles in my brain now, and I'm very grateful for that. And I know that you do as well too. So we've learned a lot about nutrition, a tremendous amount about nutrition, autism, trauma, vaccinations. We've got some new tools that we've put into our toolbox, and the importance of building a kind and loving relationship with yourself is one of the stronger tools that we can really utilize in healing ourselves and healing the people that surround us and how we show up. We've gained a lot of clarity on topics. We received valuable insight and connections to new resources and new studies. And for the word of the day, awareness, we have gained a tremendous amount of awareness that we didn't have 3 days ago. And none of this could be possible without the support and encouragement of Journey's Dream and Mensah Medical Research. So speaking of which, I see that Dr. Mensah is on. Do I see, are you there?
I am.
Hi.
Hi.
I understand that there is a story as to how Journey's Dream and Mensah Research have came together, how they've come together to support a community like this. Would you mind sharing that with us?
Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank all the participants. This is really a labor of love and hope. You know, I need to let everyone know out there that anyone who views this whole sequence, not a single person who spoke, not a single physician, not a single practitioner, a single therapist was paid for this. These are individuals who command quite the remuneration when it comes to speaking. And when we contacted them and these questions came, we said, listen, we're doing this to help provide hope for people out there. And they gave their hearts. These are people who are absolute leaders in their field. You got ridiculously top-notch information from the best, and I can vouch for that. And that's because of what Journey's Dream and Mensah Research brought to the table, which was hope. It's very interesting. I have the distinct honor of belonging to both institutions. I sit on the board of Journey's Dream, and I was co-founder of the Mensah Research Institute and Mensah Medical. When I was first broached with the concept of joining Journey's Dream, I looked at the CVs of the individuals on board, and I literally said to the president, Brea, I said, I don't know if I can add or detract from this. This is an illustrious group of individuals who are tremendous. And nonetheless, we went in that direction. And we saw the commonalities between the institutions that we individually represented. And it was simply a natural process to move together. But what really brought us together was the journey of a family and the journey of a young man whose name was Journey. And he had difficulties and he was brought to us, but unfortunately, it was a little bit too late. And before we even got his test results back, Journey had moved on. And that brought his family, Brea, Rex, the entire family to a decision-making point. And with friend Mark Haddis, they started Journey's Dream so that other families would not have to suffer this loss. It was an amazing process to move through this as our two institutions came together to really look to move forward so that other families would benefit, other individuals would share in moving forward in life and not experiencing that loss. It's always a difficult thing. Journey had a wonderful family. He was a loving individual. And all this is to pay homage, not just to him, but to the other journeys that are out there, who hopefully will not be lost, because one of these singular key pieces was timing. If we had had an intervention early enough, things might have been different. We know this throughout medicine now. With copper toxicity, we understand that many women would not have undergone hysterectomies. There'd be children born today, all sorts of things going on relative to the future of our culture and our society, if we knew back then what we know now. So it behooves us to continue to move forward with the research and to share it. It's not enough to do it. It must be made known to the public. That's what Journey's Dream and Mensah Research are about, making sure individuals have access to this new and wonderful information, to the nanosomas that are out there, to the different psychological therapies and approaches, to all those amazing individuals who are the practitioners who can provide the treatment. You don't know what you got unless you know that you got it. And then you have to know where to go find it. That's what Journey's Dream and Mensa Research have brought about. That's the goal. And that's our orientation for what it is that we do. This is not an issue of finance. This is an issue of generating love and hope to spread out, not just for this generation, but for generations henceforth. It's a very, very important process. And hopefully individuals who are viewing this will get something out of it. Namely, don't just accept what traditional medicine has got to say. I want you to understand, regular medicine is 50 to 100 years behind the present. The work that we do today does not get into medical textbooks for at least 100 years. We can't afford to wait that long anymore. We are in an absolute renaissance, akin to what was going on in France and Europe way back when. A renaissance, an explosion of information, of technologies, of capacities. We saw that with Alex in his work. We see it with Dr. Walsh in his work. We see it with all the therapists that are out there, Dr. Brown's, Dr. Picania's, Dr. Perez's. We see it with brilliant individuals who were traditional doctors. I'm one of them, who expanded their horizons, like Dr. Bob Sheeler, Dr. Liz Mumper, leaders in their field. Now coming to you to share with you, there's a broader spectrum, a broader picture for you to understand. Having said that, though, I want to thank all the individuals, once again, who've come to move forward to help in this sense. We didn't talk about, at least I haven't talked about, the people who make this sort of thing possible. In our world, good laboratory science, like direct health access labs. Without direct health access, we do not get the quality data information necessary to treat. We don't just like DHA because of their tremendous science, but they have a heart. This is the third generation operating this business, and we know because our two prior generations that led to Mensa Medical, from the Walsh Institute and Pfeiffer Treatment Center and Carl Pfeiffer to us, we developed these programs, these processes with direct health access labs. They are wonderful people, the wonderful heart, not just science. We have to talk about individuals who have given of themselves. In September, I've got to say, you are amazing. You're absolutely amazing. You and your organization have done a tremendous job in sponsoring and moving forward this entire program, and I am impressed. There's so many people to thank. There's so many people who are part of this journey, but we just want to say thank you to both institutions, to all from Nanosoma, to the laboratories, to the pharmacies out there, all those folks who have come to support us. We are grateful. Our goal is not to prop us up. Our goal is to help support you. So let's go be fruitful and multiply this information outward to everyone who will listen and spread the word. I'm Dr. Albert Mensah for both Mensa Medical, Mensa Research Institute, and Journey's Dream as well. But I need to thank two people before I close with all my verbosity. Of the Mensa Research Institute, I want to thank Mr. DJ Wells, who did a huge amount of work, almost by himself, to bring this piece to process, working with the amazing Brea Wallen. Brea, you, as the kids would say, you rock. You, the people who have worked with you in the rest of Journey's Dream, thank you to all of you for an amazingly difficult and challenging journey and the brilliant piece you've put together. We've heard so much emphasis on how impressed people were and how much information has gone out there. Brea, DJ, Journey's Dream, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. In September, we thank you and your organization as well. Do well.
My pleasure. Yes, here, here. I've got to give you some love for that, Dr. Mensah. That was so inspiring. So true. I really felt it come from your heart. And I have to say, we're really inspired by this conference. We want to bring it back again next year and expand the awareness, as Dr. Mensah was saying, that we need to get this message out. It's doing a disservice by keeping it small in this little group. There's so many people need this work. And a big part of us being able to do that is largely dependent on your support. And it doesn't take a whole lot, because the mental health is an everyone issue. Mental health is an everyone issue, and it takes everyone to support the development of awareness and new ways for people to access this information. Mensa Medical and Journey's Dream are nonprofit organizations, and they're solely funded by donations. hence the ticket price as a suggested donation amount. I've had a few people ask throughout the 3 days of how they can get more involved in bringing this awareness to the world. And in celebration of World Mental Health Day, the answer is very simple. It's to support these two organizations by buying a cup of coffee a month. Hear me out, just hang out with me here for just a moment. This simple action to support can make a huge difference and will provide tremendous support to people who are desperately seeking to heal. They want access to the conversations. They want access to the resources. They can turn their lives around. They want to belong to a community of people like them, people who get it, a place where people can feel like they are understood and that they're heard and that they are aware of the resources that we have been sharing with you over the last 3 days. So help us, help them find the beacon in the darkness. Help us get the word out that they are not alone. And the answers are here, right here in this moment, waiting for them here at Mensah Medical and Journey's Dream. Now, if you can provide that kind of relief to one person for an easy $5 a month, would there be any reason to not make this pay it forward investment? How easy would it be for you to buy Mensah Medical and Journey's Dream 1 cup of coffee a month to make a difference for many people's lives, the lives that want to be different? And for me, the answer is very simple. There's no reason not to. For as little as $5 a month, we were accepting donations for both Journey's Dream and Mensah Medical Research to continue this work and that we can bring it back. And what I'd like to do is just share my screen with you so that you can see how easy this is to set up a reoccurring donation a month. Can be any amount that you feel called to do. So what you feel called to do is what's going to be perfect. Anything helps. So here's Journey's Dream page. It's very simple. You scroll here. You can become a champion of hope. Select the plus button and then select your donation amount and continue the process here. Now, when you want to go over to Mensah Medical, the process is very simple here as well. You simply click donate and you fill out the information and you click here, select here, make it a monthly donation, and it'll automatically be billed to your card every month. You don't even have to think about it. But when you see your statement, you'll see that you are making a difference for someone. So I'm going to throw those 2 links here in the chat box to make it easy for you to do this. And I am so looking forward to doing this again next year and having more resources. So here's the Journey's Dream donation. And here is the Mensah Medical donation page as well. 1 cup of coffee can make a huge difference in somebody's lives. Buying somebody a cup of coffee is not something that you think about. You go to meet with them, oh, I'll get your coffee for you. It's the same thing. But here you're making a difference for people that they want it, but they don't know where to go. They don't know how to find it. This has been a very good group. We've had about 50 to 75 people pop on here, and it's been wonderful. That's such a small amount, a small number of people in comparison to the amount of people that need to have this information. They want to have this information. I can think of 3 people in my family that does not know that this exists. How many people in your life do you know that is unaware of this information that you are now aware of, and you can take it and share it and bring it to other people in the world? So keep a lookout for emails from both organizations on how to stay connected to the community, how you can contribute. There's even volunteer opportunities that you can be a part of to help these organizations continue to grow. And I hope that you stand for that, because you're here these 3 days. You made the decision to be here for 3 days. So it's important to you. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be here. Take the pay it forward step now. Take it forward to somebody else that can use this and they need it. Thank you all so much. Dr. Mensah, I'm at loss of words for what you're doing in the world. Thank you so, so much. Truly.
Thank you, September. Thank you for your role and your part in helping. You've been tremendous. Greatly appreciate it.
It's been a lot of fun. This has been a great group. So that concludes our 3 days of the Integrative Mental Health Summit. It has been a pleasure being your host for these 3 days. And I look forward to seeing you on some upcoming events in the near future so that you can gain more insight, more clarity, more awareness, and live a happier, whole, healthy life. Thank you all so much.